Remember in kindergarten they had us like write our on a little apple what we want to do. And a lot of people wrote like, doctor, athlete, all those kinds of things. But I wrote OB-GYN on that apple when I was in kindergarten because I was like, I want to work with moms and babies.
Paige Bruggink is making that kindergarten dream come to fruition. She's a third-year medical student in Wisconsin who's from the rural town of Oostburg, deciding between an OB-GYN specialty or psychiatry.
And so I will be applying to residency in this upcoming year.
When she starts that residency, Paige expects to be about $200,000 in debt, and that's low compared to a lot of students. Paige relies on a combination of unsubsidized student loans and Grad Plus loans. She'll have to pay them back eventually, but she couldn't afford medical school without them. Other students who want to be doctors and aren't wealthy enough to pay for medical school out of pocket may soon not have the same option. That's because President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which was filled with tax breaks for the wealthy, is cutting the Grad Plus program and capping how much students can borrow at $100,000 for grad students and $200,000 for law and medical students.
It's really disheartening. I would say that most of my medical school class, the vast majority, would not be able to get through medical school off the new cap loans because it's just not a reality to be able to pay for your living expenses, your tuition of almost $70,000 a year. And most people also have undergraduate debt.
In short, it'll make medical school less accessible by anyone but the wealthy.
It's a very expensive process that's already kind of narrowed down to people who can afford those things. So to be able to have to narrow that down to even more of like only the wealthiest can afford it, it's really disheartening.
You don't want everybody going into medicine who has rich parents. Right? You want people going into medicine who understand what it is to not grow up with everything so they can relate more to their patients.
There's just going to be a lot of really valuable talent that's going to choose a different path and not go into medicine, and we will lose that.
Healthcare is already facing shortages, especially in rural areas.
It's going to contribute to more rural health disparities that just play out in the future because I plan to go practice back in Sheboygan County where I'm from. I am just one of those people from my class and from other med students that I know who hope to go back to like their area of Wisconsin that they're from. And it's going to contribute to direct barriers of people not finishing and not going back to where they're wanting to serve someday.
Oftentimes political decisions are made that people don't see the effects until the people who made those decisions are gone. And this probably be one of those. It may be a generation before we really feel the worst effects of this, but for sure going to be a disaster when the time comes when we're short of medical personnel who should be, and talented people who should be available to us.